Well, good evening, guys. Now, let's talk about congruency. Okay. Now, what we mean congruency is same or equal. Suppose that in simultaneous equation हमको x is equals to say 7 मिलता है and y is equals to also 7. So what we say that x is equals to y. So in algebra we talk in terms of variables. So x is equals to y or x is congruent to y. Both the things we can say. Now in geometry, when we deal in geometry, we talk about geometrical figures. So congruency is same or equal, equivalence in terms of geometrical figures. Okay. Now, when two geometrical figures are said to be congruent, then they are same or equal in terms of in shape as well as size. Okay, this is what we mean congruency. Suppose for illustration I would tell you, let me rub it first so that I have enough space. Okay, now suppose if I take any triangle, let me take any triangle. Now this is an arbitrary triangle that I have made. Let us label it as A, B, C. And let me have another triangle. Let's say, let me make it in this fashion. Okay, now let me label it as X, Y and Z. Now these two triangles are said to be congruent when I can superimpose this structure over this structure by any procedure, such as by either flipping or rotating or shifting. We learned all these terms in the last video. अगर हम with all these procedures, अगर हम किसी भी एक triangle को किसी दूसरे triangle पे superimpose कर सकते हैं, then we will say that these two triangles are congruent. And once we have established that the two triangles are congruent, then we can deduce कि अगर ये दो triangle congruent हैं, then we will say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle X, Y and Z. Okay, fair enough. Now this is a symbol of congruency, equal sign, and above it there is a curly sign. Okay, no, अगर दो triangle congruent है, it means that their corresponding angles and corresponding sides are equal. क्योंकि अगर suppose if I superimpose this triangle over this triangle XYZ, then A will fall over X, B will fall over Y and C will fall over Z. So अगर दो ट्राइंगल कॉन्ग्रुएंट हैं तो ये दो करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स इक्वल होंगे. सिमिलरली AB की जो लेंथ होगी वो XY की लेंथ के बराबर होगी. सिमिलरली BC की लेंथ विल बी इक्वल टू YZ एंड सिमिलरली AC विल बी इक्वल टू ZX. So angle A will fall over angle X. We can also write it like this: angle A will be congruent to angle X. Now, when two angles are congruent, it simply means that the measure of the angle will be equal. Okay, the measure of the angle will be equal. Similarly, angle B will be equal to angle Y. Angle B will be equal to angle Y, and similarly angle C will fall over angle Z. Now in terms of sides, AB will fall over XY, so segment AB will correspond to segment XY. Now this can also be written as in the fashion AB is congruent to segment XY. Now when we say that the two segments are congruent, it simply means that the length of the segment will be equal. Now similarly BC will be equal to YZ. Similarly BC will be equal to YZ and AC will be equal to XZ. AC will be equal to XZ. Okay, so once you establish that the two triangles are congruent, then these are the deductions then you can infer from the congruency, that the corresponding angles will be equal and the corresponding sides will be equal. Okay, fair enough. Now please note it down so that I can expound on this matter further. I can explain you further. Okay, let me learn. Okay, now you have understood the meaning of congruency. Okay, now in the last video we had learned some of the terms such as axiom and postulate. Okay, these are the universal facts which cannot be proved. मैंने last video में बताया था. Now one of the postulates in congruency is side. Okay, what this postulate states कि अगर हमारे पास कोई भी दो ट्रायंगल है, let us draw two triangle and let me use another color, say it's color blue. अगर हमारे पास दो ट्रायंगल है, suppose let me make it like this. Let me make it like this. It is actually okay. This is blue side. अगर corresponding angles are corresponding sides are equal, if this is equals to this, this is equals to this, and this is equals to this. अगर हमारे पास दो ट्रायंगल है जिनकी corresponding sides equal होंगी, then this axiom states कि वो दो ट्रायंगल congruent होंगे. ठीक है, और अगर ये दो ट्रायंगल कॉन्ग्रुएंट होंगे तो करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स भी कॉन्ग्रुएंट होंगे या इक्वल होंगे, देन दिस एंगल विल बी इक्वल टू दिस एंगल एंड दिस एंगल विल बी इक्वल टू से दिस एंगल एंड दिस एंगल विल बी इक्वल टू दिस एंगल. ओके, why? Because these two triangles are congruent. It means that these two triangles are congruent. It just means that you can superimpose one triangle over the other and all the sides and angles will coincide over this triangle. Okay, now but I want to give you a decent sense why triple S is logically true. Since this is an axiom we cannot mathematically prove, but I want to give you some logical or sincere reason कि triple S होने से क्यों दो triangle congruent होंगे. Okay, now for this let me draw any triangle. Okay, let me draw any triangle. Let us draw and let me draw the third side with the color, say blue. Okay, with the blue. Now मैं ये देखना चाहता हूं कि अगर मैं कोई दूसरा ट्राइंगल कंस्ट्रक्ट करता हूं having the same sides of this triangle, क्या वो ट्राइंगल इस ट्राइंगल पे सुपर इम्पोज नहीं होगा, either by flipping, rotating or say translating that triangle, will it not superimpose over this triangle? Or other way we can say that अगर मैं कोई ट्राइंगल फॉर्म करता हूं having the same side, क्या वो congruent नहीं होगा? Not. So let us draw such a triangle. Okay, now इस triangle को, this side, if I label it as single cross, single dash, इसको अगर मैं say if I draw this triangle like this, okay, this side having the same length as this, ठीक है. Now इस blue side को let me make the blue side something like this having the same length. Okay, इस साइड को हम कैसे भी फॉर्म कर सकता हूं. सपोज इफ आई मेक दिस साइड like this, सो अगर ये 1 है, ये डबल है, ये ट्रिपल है, ट्रिपल टिक मार्क है, तो दिस इज 1, दिस इज ट्रिपल एंड दिस इज 2. नाउ द ओनली वे टू मेक this figure into a triangle is to rotate these two sides around these 2 points. So if you rotate, so इसको आप clockwise turn करेंगे and you will rotate this side in an anti-clockwise fashion. So ये कुछ ऐसे दिखेंगे. It will look something like this. Okay. It will look something like this. Now this is 2 and this is 3. Okay. Now my question to you is, can you superimpose this triangle over this triangle simply by flipping, rotating or translating? So how can you superimpose this triangle over this triangle? Then it is pretty simple, that if you rotate this triangle, say anti-clockwise by some degree, and then you shift this triangle over this triangle, then this triangle will superimpose on this triangle. So you can easily say that side, if the side does establish congruency. अगर किसी भी दो ट्राइंगल में if the corresponding sides are equal, then those two triangles are bound to be congruent. Okay, and once we have established, then all the corresponding sides will all the corresponding angles will also be equal. Okay, so in the next video we will explore some more ideas related with congruency. Okay, thank you.